Hello, I think I like being called your poppet.
You will always be my poppet.
Yes, it's a strange word, poppet, isn't it?
It is. It is. Welcome to your birthday month.
Oh, yes. Actually, today's quite a funny day because today, as we're recording, it's Saturday, the 1st of August, and it's actually the first day of my new role as director of the Centre for Dance Research.
Oh, my God.
They started me on a Saturday.
Does that mean you have to go in and make sure that all of the desks are extra specially tidy?
Oh, I've done that already. I got up at 5, I whipped in, knocked off a few emails, and then come back to record.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new role.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The other thing that's happened is that I've, at just this moment, made an offer on a flat. I'm not sure those two things. I know, it's a big morning in the... This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing. Talk about your flat. Tell us where it is. Not like street address. Don't give us a postcode.
CV.
We might want to gazump you.
There's another good word. Poppeting and gazumping. You can gazump me, my poppet. It's about a 3-minute walk from this place.
Oh, that's handy, isn't it?
Yeah, for carrying boxes. Very handy.
Exactly, yeah. Great for travelling, for moving, but also great so that when you're very, very drunk, because I know you are often, if you get lost and forget where you live, you won't be too far away.
Well, I guess I could get to the old place and go, I need to get home, and then
Exactly.
call an Uber.
Oh, I'm delighted.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
You were thinking about... Well, no, I'm delighted that I'm delighted about decisions rather than I'm delighted about actions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I actually think about this quite a lot. I read a great book about, I think by a woman called Annie Duke called something like How to Decide. And did we talk about this before?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, and that very simple thing, which is we base whether a decision is good or not on outcomes.
Yeah.
And, of course, there's often barely little relationship between the quality of a decision and the outcome, all sorts of things going on. And so, yeah, there's something about, I feel like the decision-making here on my part has been very, very good. But whether or not it happens with this particular apartment or not is irrelevant. But actually, whether or not the apartment works out as I want it to is also another thing entirely. You know, I've done the best I can, kind of thing.
Yeah.
In terms of making the decision.
Absolutely. And have you gone one or two bed? You were talking about one bed the last time I spoke to you. You've gone with two. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, it's there's a second, the smaller room's not quite as big as I would like, but it's certainly a step down from the place I'm renting. Like it's not near.
As in size?
Huh?
As in size, it's a step down, not as in,
and also quality. Like, I mean, this place I'm renting is a very, very nice apartment.
Okay.
And that one I like it and it's nice, but it's not like this is, beautiful light all day, etc. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be definitely taking a little bit of a bump.
So tell me what the qualitative shifts that you kind of, when you say like it's a step down, it's like, so, okay, not as much light.
Yeah, not as spacious, not as much space.
Not spacious, okay, okay.
Yeah, and also just generally the, I think the condition is more or less the same. Certainly the inside of the apartment itself.
Right.
Yeah.
And are you... Because of course you've become a person who's, well, not quite, but from a distance, let's say overseen rather than run a project. is there a like, oh, I'm going to paint that wall this colour, or oh, I'm going to do this kind of thing? Is there a little bit of tickliness? And I don't mean like a plan, but just like an opening of like, I could change things in a way that I'm not able to in a rental accommodation.
Yeah, I've spent way too much time thinking about those things.
What do you mean you spent way too much time?
It's been so pleasurable. It's been so pleasurable. But then there's a point at which I sort of stop and go, wait, I haven't even put an offer on the place yet. Maybe I could just hold, so there's something really pleasurable for me about that. Yeah. No question, and not even about colour. I mean, colour for sure, but just things about just making it more energy efficient, where I could thinking about light, thinking about plants, things, just really simple stuff. But so super pleasurable imagining that kind of thing. Also, whether to replace the oven immediately or to wait a couple of months.
I take it you're not going to take your massive industrial strength oven.
I did think about putting it in the lounge. I wish I were joking. I really did think, because I could just basically poke the steam out the door and out the door of the balcony. But no, it has a garage, so I'd store it. Actually, I think I would store it. Okay. I wouldn't give it away.
No, of course
I couldn't use it in the garage. The garage has no power.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You'd have to run a big cable.
Yeah. It would certainly not be very. It would be quite conspicuous.
Nobody look at the 3-phase electric that's running out of my... Everybody just calm down. There's nothing to see.
People complaining about the mains hum that's going on. What's that noise?
It's a very, very, very expensive to run electric car, I promise. If
only I could get a Wi-Fi and a Bluetooth-enabled one,
Oh, wouldn't that be great if you could just... Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think but yeah, it's been really. I mean, not easy because I don't have any experience in. I mean, in Italy, we had a lot of help, and
yes, of course.
Also, it was kind of clear. It was kind of clear this is a place that we could do these things too. Also, the money is different, of course, but But yeah, this was more. It's it's definitely not. It's certainly of all the places I've looked at. It's the only one I've gone, oh yeah, I could live here.
And that's really the only thing, isn't it?
Say it again.
That's the only thing you need to worry about. Could you live there?
Yeah, exactly. And exactly. So but there's all sorts of other things which I have tested my the decision making. But it's been Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I've gone in pretty low because, as they say, as I keep being told, buyer's market.
I mean, right now, honestly, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not what I was. But so yeah, quite a lot going on in my life. Yeah,
I do love it when people buy houses, and I also love it when I go away and come back to this one. Because when I'm away, I talk about like, oh, what would it be like when we don't have the place in Totnes and we're just...
You're in Totnes now, right?
Well, yeah, I'm in Totnes now. And we're fully in Lisbon and blah, blah, blah. Because, our life in Lisbon is expansive. And, we were talking to a friend on Monday morning who said, should we go to a gig on Monday evening? And we didn't get back until really late. And it was all just like really that kind of like, oh, I'm living a life. And it's like, it's a millstone around our neck. It's just all of this sort of stuff. And then I walk through the door and go, oh my God, I love this house. What was I thinking? It's just, I'm never, ever not living here. It's just so special.
Oh, so I got confused about your location. You shifted your location. You're talking about...
Yeah, sorry. Yes, because I'd gone, I was like thinking about how magic
you travelled and then I couldn't quite follow. So when you walk back in this house, you mean the house in Totnes?
In Totnes, yeah. And it's just, when I'm not in it, it's just kind of like, ugh. So why do I need it?
Is that about the house or is it about the quietness of your life in Totnes?
Exactly that. It's about the quietness of my life. It's about yesterday I was, Bob had gone shopping in the afternoon and she was on a train that got in at about 20 past 7 and me and Jeff took an evening stroll by the river and we were stood knee deep in the, well, I was knee deep, he was chest deep in the river, watching Sammy the seal. Sammy may not be called Sammy. I don't know their name. I don't know their gender.
Seals, all their names are alliterative, though.
I think so.
Yeah,
but there was this
start with S.
There's a patch of the River Dart that goes up to the Weir, which is in Totnes, and below the Weir, so Weir down to Dartmouth is tidal and salt. Well, it's all the River Dart, but then above the Weir, it's freshwater and kind of feeds down.
Does it get processed at the Weir to desalinate?
No, it's not about processing. It's about I think it's kind of like
salt can't
all
flow
rivers.
up there.
All rivers have a natural sort of moment, and I think this has been sort of. Yeah, it's more about
they call that zone something. They call that. There's a particular word they have, isn't it?
There is. Yeah, and I did get told by somebody when I was on a
fascinating though, and those animals that can live in those spaces which are both salty and not salty, freshwater and salty.
Exactly, and the seal very clearly can go above the Weir, but he doesn't really like to.
Yeah.
But he loves and he was just having this incredibly joyous little swim. He was doing like little he's like sort of popping his head up and then like not leaping, because seals don't leap, they're not dolphins, they don't go at that speed, certainly not in the river, but he was just sort of like arching and then diving in and arching and diving in. It was just so beautiful to watch, and me and Jeff were just stood there and sharing the water with a seal. And
does Sammy's been there all summer, or is he there all the time?
He's all the time. Right. He's a solo seal. He lives a long way from the rest of his seal friends, or perhaps he doesn't have seal friends.
Right.
And he just hangs out. He might be a loner, but he's in the river. Oh, let me rephrase that. I've never seen him with another seal. I've only ever seen him by himself.
And you're pretty sure it's the same seal?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty sure, yeah. And he's not what you would call garrulous. He's not like, come on, lads, let's all have a party. But he's also not timid. Yeah. So he keeps a distance, but he's not freaked out by people.
Yeah.
And so he sometimes swims towards Fire Island, which is a little bit further down. And you'll see him, and he kind of looks at you. But then he's like, I'm not really interested.
I wonder what the eyesight of seals is like.
Oh, that's a good question.
What are they seeing? If he or she or they are looking at you, are they just seeing movement or shapes or?
I don't know. And I mean, I guess
need a seal expert on.
We do, because they must have relatively good eyesight for in the water to be able to see their dinner.
Do you think Corbetron is a seal expert, or maybe he could train an AI and we could talk to an AI seal expert?
Corbetron is famed for many, many skills. I'm not sure that he's a marine biologist.
I mean, there's still time for him, isn't there, to go ahead and do a bit of training.
Absolutely. What are you doing?
Me?
Thank you.
Oh.
No, Jeffrey Miller. Sorry, Jeffrey Miller just climbed on my chair. Because at first I thought he was following the sun, because the sun lands on my chair really beautifully at this time of the day. But then it looked like he was trying to see if there was anything interesting to eat on the window ledge, and I was making sure there wasn't.
So do you think he was sort of feigning going for the chair in order to have a little...
No, what he was doing was he was getting onto the chair, and he was just like, I wonder if there's anything good over here. And there isn't. So he just settled down. Sorry to interrupt. But yes... we were standing there, and I just had that moment of going, oh, I am so... I'm sorry, I'm going to just sound like such a fucking hippie, but I'm so blessed.
Oh.
Both of my lives are beautiful.
Do you think of them as two lives? We're talking here about different places, different geographies. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think I do think of them as two lives. I think they are qualitatively different.
And do you have a when you, because you go to work, or let's say you go to work 3 times a week, 2 times a week, and do you think of yourself as being different in that space? Like how separate do spaces have to be to feel like you're a different kind of person in them?
That's a good question. I don't think that my Cornwall life is massively different to my Devon life, whereas my Wolverhampton or my Liverpool life was quite different. Because I had to kind of constrain myself into a bag, because I was up in Wolverhampton or in Liverpool for like 3 days a week, living out of a hotel or sometimes.
Right, so that was the conditions. That wasn't about the job per se. It was about the
No,
kind of conditions in which the job happened.
But also about the job and I never really settled in either of those jobs.
Yeah.
So I was never really being me.
You never had time to be you in them.
Not really. So I was working out colleagues, some of whom I became incredibly fond of. At Falmouth, I think I've said this before, I feel like I again, blessed, working with a team of really lovely people who are all very, very good at what they do.
Yeah. It's a nice mix. It's a nice mix, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And so that's allowed me, I think, to relax quite quickly into my role. And so it means that even when I'm there, I don't feel it's very different from being at home. Whereas in the previous two places, it was like, okay, one, I wasn't there long enough, and the other one,
fitting yourself. That is quintessentially performative in the ways in which, I guess to a greater or lesser extent, or there's a kind of continuum of performance going on all the time, isn't there? And the less it feels like performing, the safer I imagine you feel, or certainly the less fatiguing it's going to be. I
mean, for sure. Certainly for me, the question that you asked, is this job far enough away that there's a third version of me, and no, not quite. But I am also aware that there are, I'm interested in what this is going, how you navigate the shift to director in and amongst a team that you have been familiar with for a long time, but now you have to shift into a separate set of behaviours because you are responsible in a different way.
Yeah.
That's going to be curious for you.
Yeah, it's going to be super interesting. Also because I effectively am becoming a kind of interface between senior management and the team. It's very clear in terms of when I look at, as I did this morning, look at the the org chart, where I am on this org chart. It's very different, even though it's effectively one step up the ladder. It's a very different kind of set of relationships with a different set of people. Something to ask you, but I think we've kind of gone too far down this particular rabbit hole.
Perhaps you can do a very quick,
Yeah, no, maybe we could just finish with it, actually. I think it'll be, something happened recently which I think was interesting, and in the abstract, say someone you know, doesn't matter the context, could be a friend, could be a colleague, could be a frolic, could be whatever, right?
Right.
But someone with whom you have a relationship, differing degrees of formality, has decided to do something, and it affects you, but not massively, right? It's not, and you think they're making a poor decision. Effectively, you think that their decision is incorrect, that they shouldn't do this thing they are wanting to do. Are you someone who thinks, as the person who thinks that, are you someone who thinks you should communicate that? Or do you lean more towards that people just need to figure things out for themselves? And the flip of that question is, if it were you making, let's ostensibly the incorrect decision, would you want to be told?
My mum has a phrase that she used to say to me, which is that a bit of advice is worth a lot of sympathy.
does that mean? A bit of advice.
In the
You
sense
mean more?
that
Oh, go on.
it's better to get ahead of the problem and say, "Oh, try it this way," than spend a lot of time afterwards going, "Oh, I'm so sorry, it went wrong." So a bit of advice is worth a lot of sympathy, and is her mantra. And I think,
Do you think she's lived by it?
no, because it's easy, isn't it? It's easy to do that.
It's easy to
Actually,
say,
no,
that's for sure.
I actually think she probably has. I think she does stick her oar in a lot more than I would.
Sticks her oar in.
Yeah, she sticks her oar in.
So you mean she proffers advice? She
does.
In that,
She does. I would say she's pretty good at waiting to be asked, but she won't hold back. I think I am minded to give advice when asked, but I am not minded to give advice that is unprompted. I don't say, "Ooh, I'm not sure about that." I think I am a person who feels it's quite important for people to make their own, make their own mistakes.
Yes.
Do
you think that's a more ethical stance, that one, that is allowing people to make their own mistakes?
I think it's less about ethics for me, and it's more about relationality. You know that I am not great at keeping friends.
I think the entire podcasting world knows this fact. I heard Joe Rogan mention it just the other day, actually. Yeah.
That I go quiet, and so people fall out of my life, and I'm not. I think I'm not always great at making effort, or rather, I feel sometimes that when I make effort and it's not returned, I'll just switch off the tap. Those kinds of, that sort of stuff. Yeah. But
I just hear that as a warning. Everyone listening should hear that as a warning.
Everyone listening doesn't know me that well. The people who do know me,
I think they do. Actually,
well, okay, yeah.
You might not know them so well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the people who do know me that listen, I think the ones who still talk to me. Bob bumped into somebody who listens a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "I'm sorry, I've not been in touch, but I listened to Lee's podcast, and so I just don't
know
need
what's
to."
going. I've had friends who basically stopped listening to us because they went. Right. I just found it too one way. I just didn't like it.
It's really interesting. I seem to maybe this.
They didn't mean you, me
of,
one way. They meant me, them one way.
I got that. But I'm wondering if the reason that people who have stopped keeping in touch with me are like, well, it's just like being with Lee. He just monologues at me, so it's fine. But I think it's about relationality, that the people who are in my life, and I do want to try and keep them in my life, I feel that unprompted advice or intervention will probably result in them withdrawing, mostly because that's been, I think my experience, and maybe it's been the experience of watching other people.
And do you think, because I think I agree, it's definitely more, I feel uncertain about it though, but I think if I had to lean one way, I would lean towards not saying something. But is it the same in the other direction? Because I think personally, I would much rather someone said, or at least said, have you thought about this aspect? Are you sure? You had really kind of challenged my thinking. So in one direction I think one thing, but in the other direction I think I would prefer something else. I think. See ya.
Bye.